Hello, class 8 students. What we find is that when Sylvia was being taken to the robbers, then um, means the robbers tried to comfort her, saying that they are taking her to their captain, and a captain is a very honorable man. He is always very humane towards women, and she need not be afraid of that. But Sylvia did not find any comfort in that, and Sylvia only now cried out and saying that I am enduring all this for you, Valentine. And in the meantime, Proteus had heard that Julia had escaped from the palace, so he had come out in search, and Proteus met Sylvia in the forest and rescued her from the robbers. So naturally Sylvia was very thankful to Proteus for this act, but she was about to thank when Proteus once again began pressing her with those love suits, means trying to convince Sylvia about his love. And Proteus was accompanied by his page Sebastian, which means who was Julia, and Julia was standing beside, and she was afraid that maybe there can be a change in mind of Sylvia, because now that Proteus had saved her life. But in the meantime, Valentine came, and seeing Valentine, Proteus felt very ashamed, and he felt guilty, and he felt repentant, and he sincerely asked for forgiveness. And Valentine, being a very generous man, he immediately forgave him, and he said that once again our friendship would be like what it used to be. And his generosity was to a great extent that he said that, okay, I give up also all my claims on Sylvia. Julia, who was standing beside her master as a page, hearing this strange offer and fearing Proteus would not be able with this newfound virtue to refuse Sylvia, fainted, and they were all employed in recovering her. Else would Sylvia have been offended at thus being made over to Proteus, though she could scarcely think that Valentine would long persevere in this overstrained and too generous act of friendship. When Julia recovered from the fainting fit, she said, so what happened was, Julia, when she heard this, she became very afraid. She thought that now that Valentine has given up all claims on Sylvia, and Proteus has also rescued Sylvia from the robbers, it might be that Sylvia now accepts Proteus's love suit, and that Proteus being made such a generous offer will never refuse it. So with this anxiety in her heart, she fainted, and all of them became busy to bring her back to consciousness. And though had she not fainted, then Sylvia would have been very angry with Valentine as to who gave him the permission to say that Proteus can take her also, give up all claims, and Proteus can take her, because he cannot do that. But what happened was, but that could not happen because Julia fainted, and but Sylvia was also sure that this this very generosity of Valentine would not be very long lived, and that he would ultimately he would change his mind. But then Julia regained her consciousness. I had forgot. My master ordered me to deliver this ring to Sylvia. Proteus, looking upon the ring, saw that it was the one he gave to Julia in return for that which he received from her, and which he had sent by the supposed page to Sylvia. So, after regaining her consciousness, Julia gave the ring that Proteus had given her at the time of parting from Verona. So, when Proteus saw that, he said that, how come you have got this ring? This is the one that I have given to Julia. How is this? Said he. This is Julia's ring. How came you by it, boy? Julia answered. Julia herself did give it me, and Julia herself had brought it hither. So, what did Julia say? Proteus was very surprised. He said that, how can you get this ring? This is not possible. Who gave it to you? So Julia said that it is Julia who has given it to me. Okay, and Julia has only brought this ring here, which is very strange. So, and so what happened? Proteus, now looking earnestly upon her, plainly perceived that Page Sebastian was no other than Lady Julia herself, and the proof she had given of her constancy and true love so wrought in him that his love for her returned to his heart, and he took again his own dear lady, and joyfully resigned all pretensions to Lady Sylvia to Valentine, who had so well deserved her. So what happened was that Proteus now looked closely and recognized that it was none other than Julia, and all of a sudden his love for Julia returned, and he said that yes, Julia has been so faithful to me even when I was so unfaithful to her. So all his love for Julia returned, and he said that I give up all claims on Sylvia, and Sylvia is Sylvia can only be Valentine's, and he said that Julia is mine and Sylvia is Valentine's, and only Valentine deserves Sylvia. We stop here today. We will do the rest of it in the next day. Thank you.